What's up, everyone? It's Q from RetroQ Gaming, and here's a bit of a surprising move from NCSoft. Now, NCSoft are the guys behind Guild Wars 2, and chances are, if you're watching this, you're already familiar with Guild Wars 2. But Guild Wars 2, if you're not familiar with it, is a PC buy-to-play MMO. Now, a buy-to-play game is, if you're not familiar with it again, is basically a game that you pay full price or next to full price for at the initial outlay, be it digital download or in your local store or buying it online, wherever. And you get full access to all like the online features and online access to the servers. Basically, it's like the Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. You pay your 40, 50, 60 euro to buy the game, and you get full access to all that, all the online stuff. So no subscription fee or anything like that. Now, most of these games do use a cash shop of sorts. They vary on cosmetic items to quality of life stuff. To some of them do pay to win. I have no idea if Guild Wars 2 will do. Well, I won't say will do, but I have no idea if Guild Wars 2 actually does or will do pay to win stuff. But that's not the point of what we're getting at now, anyway. So what actually is very interesting is that the guys at NCSoft, they announced today at PAX, or well, depending on your time zone, today at PAX, that they're essentially going to be going free to play. Now, I know a bunch of people just freaked out and lost their fucking shit when they heard me just say that right now, but I will clarify that they went into detail and they specifically want to assuage people's fears about the whole possible free-to-play thing. It's like, first off, they're not doing it because the game is hurting for subscribers or anything like that. They have their upcoming first expansion pack, which they're hoping to draw in more players than ever before. So their logic and reasoning behind it is they're going to give away the initial base game for free. So you can head on over to the Guild Wars 2 website. I will personally probably give this a try at some point over between now and the end of the year myself. But you can head over to the Guild Wars 2 website, sign up for a free account, and download the entire base game client for free. Now, having said that, there will be a couple of restrictions on the account. It basically is going to be listed as, think of it as, there's a paid account and an unpaid account. So basically, you get the original base game for free, which, like I said, will have a few restrictions. But when you buy, if you like the game enough to continue playing it, and you buy the Heart of Thorns expansion, which is the one they've announced for October 23rd of this year, you will be automatically upgraded to a paid account, which basically gives you access to all the expansion content, which is really the main focus of the expansion, as well as lifts all the restrictions. Now, if you had an original buy-to-play copy, you have none of these restrictions as it is. So you don't have any of the restrictions that the free-to-play one would free-to-play download would have. Another thing as well, real quick, that is, well, I feel that's important enough to mention, is that when you say what would be a good example is when you look at the restrictions that are on the basic account, they don't seem too bad. Now, one or two things that are in it I'm not too familiar with because I don't play Guild Wars 2. So when I do list some of the stuff out, if you know what they are, when I express that I'm not sure what they are, let me know in the comment section below what that actually means. But what they also said is that they're no longer going to be selling the base game or the base game core upgrades, if you will. So like I said, if you do have a free-to-play account, or we just call it a free-to-play account. If you do have a free-to-play account, it's not like you can go onto their website and just buy the upgrade for the base game. You'd have to wait and buy the expansion. Or you can't go to the gem store, which is their version of the cash shop, and you can't unlock certain base features because of that. You basically, if you want to go from the free paid account, or sorry, the free account to the paid account, you basically have to buy the expansion pack. But chances are, if you like it enough to want to play it full time, you wouldn't have a problem switching and buying the expansion to get access to all the latest content and all. So the main thing here is we're going to go over the list of the differences in account. But I'm going to try to keep it as quick as possible, simply because I don't want this video to go on forever. And chances are, if you are already interested in any of this stuff, or you play Guild Wars 2 already, you might already know all this anyway. But like I said, I will mention one or two things that I'm not familiar with. So if, when I do list off those, if you could just explain them to me basically in the comment section below real quick, that'd be pretty handy. So first off, the main difference is the character slots. So for the character slots, for the free account, you have 2. If you already have an existing Guild Wars account, you obviously have 5. And if you get the Heart of Thorns account, it's listed as 5 or more. There's an asterisk there as well. But it just says that it depends on the version of Heart of Thrones and whether the account was eligible for a free character slot. So there'll be more details on that if it applies to you, basically. Now here's one that I'm not familiar with, because it's the way it's worded, and inventory systems and style like that vary in their own individual games. So for a free account, you have 3 bag slots. In the core account and the Heart of Thrones account, you have 5 bag slots. Now what I'm assuming a bag slot is like a page full of inventory. That's just a guess. If you do know, let me know in the comment section below, because it would be nice to know what I'm talking about, essentially. Now, there's also something called a Revenant Profession. Again, absolutely no idea, but based on the look of this chart, you can't get a Revenant Profession with a free account. You can't get it with a core Guild Wars 2 account, but you can with a Heart of Thorns account, which leads me to assume that it's some new content new content or system that's being added in Heart of Thorns that you can obviously only access once you buy Heart of Thorns. Heart of Thorns maps and content, this one is pretty standard. Free account, no. Core account, no. Heart of Thorns account, yes. Again, it's pretty standard that you would only get access to the maps and content of the expansion by buying the expansion. Central Tyria core maps and content. I assume Tyria is the world or the region it's set in. Let me know if I'm wrong or right, or what's the difference. In the free account, you get the starter maps only until your character reaches level 10. You get Lion's Arch unlocked for each character at level 35. Obviously, if you have a core Guild Wars 2 account, you have full access to it. And if you have a Heart of Thorns account, of course, you have full access to it. Masteries, again, sounds like something new, because the free account doesn't have access to it, the core account doesn't have access to it, but the Heart of Thorns account does. So chances are it's probably some sort of new skill tree system or specialization system that's going to be added in Heart of Thorns, and is only accessible with a Heart of Thorns account. In-game mail systems. On the free account, you can only send them to mutual friends, and you cannot send gold and items, excuse me. On the core account, you have access to in-game mail. Accounts created after August 28, 2015, which makes perfect sense because that was the other day. It will require an SMS or app authentication to send gold and items. Why do I keep saying golds? That's golds. Why? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the gym, Gold's Gym. But for the Heart of Thorns account, again, it's the exact same. Yes, you have access to it. Accounts created after August 28, 2015 will require SMS or app authentication to send gold or items. I didn't say it that time. That's pretty good. Guild Bank access. Free account, no access. Both the Heart of Thorns account and the core account are the same. You have access. Accounts created after 28th of August 2015, SMS or app authentication to withdraw. So basically, it's to kind of prevent people from looting guild banks. If you're an MMO player like myself, you're very familiar with stories of people looting guild banks when a guild falls apart and all, and it's designed to help places not get ripped off by free accounts, essentially. So Whisper Chat, free account, you don't have access to it except for mutual friends can only whisper in the same map one new person every 30 seconds. That's basically to prevent RMTs or real money traders. So basically, those Chinese guys who will create like 1 million accounts and farm up like the starting quests, or just farm up the same mobs over and over and try to send people tells or whispers depending on the game you're playing, and advertise their own website. So yeah, it's to limit that. Again, obviously, if you have a core account or a Heart of Thorns account, you have full whisper access. Map chat, I assume that means you can talk to anyone publicly in your existing map. Free account, no access, probably the same reason as before for the Whispers. Core account and Heart of Thorns account, yes, you've got squad chat unlocked for characters at level 30 for a free account. I assume that's party chat of some sort. I'm not familiar, let me know if you do know. And core account and Heart of Thorns account, yes, you have full access to it. Looking for group, which is basically Party Finder, or what I assume is basically Party Finder, or the ability to, look for a group, obviously. So, free account unlocked for each character at level 30, and core account, Heart of Thorns account, yes, obviously you have full access to it. PvP chat, free account. Team chat is always available. Chat in PvP lobby unlocked once the account reaches PvP rank level 20. Emotes, map, and say chat unavailable during matches. Core account and Heart of Thorns account, full access. It makes perfect sense that all this kind of stuff is there for those people. WVW, which I believe is World v World. So it's like a player versus player, but world versus world kind of thing. Free account unlocked account wide when one character reaches level 60. By the way, let me know what the level cap is in the base game and the level cap is in the new expansion. Let me know that as well. I'm kind of curious because this said level 60. And as far as World v World goes, if you have a core or expansion account, you have full access. Daily login bonus, free account, no. Full access for yes, and on the core account and expansion account. Gem store, which is basically the Guild Wars 2 cash store. What you do is, as far as I know, using real money, you buy gems, and you use the gems to buy stuff in the actual store. I do remember, real quick, to go on a little tiny tangent, quick as possible, I do remember a little while back that they changed the ratios you could buy, or something like that. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it back then, but you would essentially, let's say everything was 100 gems. They changed it so the minimum you could buy would be like 120 or like 600 kind of thing. So you'd always have to buy more than you needed by the sounds of it, unless you had very specific needs. But that's the way it always sounded. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. The gem store, free account. Items unusable by free accounts such as glider skins are unavailable. Don't really know what that is myself, but if you do know, let me know. Free account, the core account and the expansion account obviously have full access to the gem store. Currency exchange, free account, gems to gold exchange available, gold to gems. Wait a minute, let me read this out properly. Gems to gold exchange available, gold to gems exchange unavailable. So I'm assuming that means you can change, using the free account, you can buy gems with real money and convert it to gold in game, but you can't convert in-game gold to gems to use on the cash shop. However, if you have a core account or an expansion account, it just says yes, full access basically. So I'm curious about that one. Let me know as well. If you have a core account or what will be an expansion account, can you actually convert in-game gold to cash shop gems to basically use stuff on the gem cash shop without paying real money, essentially? Obviously, it's the time you invest and the amount of time you invest making gold and all is still relative in a way. But is that feature available? Let's say you just have a shitload of money. Is that a feature available? I'm not sure. If you do know, let me know in the comment section, because that's something I'm very curious about. We're almost there. We have 2 more things, don't worry. So it's going to be quick. Free account trading post. So you seem to have a limited access here. Can buy and sell items from a selected list. Excuse me. You can. Wow, I really apologize for that, man. I'm still sick and dying as fuck here. The trading post for the free account. You can buy and sell items from a selected list. If you have a core account or an expansion account, it says yes, full access. Forum posting access, free account, no. This makes perfect sense, like with the Whisper thing from earlier. It's to prevent the Chinese bots to create 1 million free accounts and just spam every section of their forum and flood their forum with invites and links and all to their malware-ridden gold-selling sites. Obviously, if you have a core account or an expansion account, it's you've got full access anyway. So that's basically it. that went on for a bit longer than I thought it would. So I'm going to have a link to that page as well, so you can check all that out at your own discretion, or if you probably sensibly did, figured I butchered everything and you just want to check it out yourself. So that's essentially it. I think that's very curious about what they're doing. That the fact that they're giving the base game away for free, and basically, I don't want to say restricting it too much. I realize they are restricting it, but they're giving the majority of the experience away for free. And obviously, if it's enough to make you like the game and want to play it, you can just buy the expansion pack, and there's your purchase, if you will, and will upgrade you as well as give you access to all the new content. So I think that's actually a decent marketing idea, if you ask me anyway. It seems to be very similar to something that Blizzard do in a way, because while I don't play World of Warcraft myself, I do use the Battle.net app on my PC because I play Diablo and StarCraft. So this is a good example actually. Every so often, Blizzard are obviously trying to get me to play World of Warcraft. So they send me emails like, here, have a free copy of the base game of World of Warcraft. And I remember I logged into my Blizzard account fairly recently, maybe like 2 months ago, and I had something like 27 full free copies of the base World of Warcraft game. So it's pretty funny. That was a face palm, by the way, if you heard that slap. But yeah, so it does seem similar to what World of Warcraft are doing. However, in the other aspect of it, is the fact is that even with the free copies of World of Warcraft, you would have to pay a subscription fee. Now, chances are, I think they all come with like 30 days free. So if you do redeem one of them, I think you get a month free. But at the end of that, you would have to pay a recurring subscription fee. With Guild Wars, or Guild Wars 2, because they're giving the base game away for free, and it was essentially buy to play, there is no subscription fee, even with the free download. So that's very interesting to see a company make that kind of move. So what will come up in the future, who knows? They also haven't commented if they will do a similar style with the next expansion, Guild Wars that is. They haven't said that like once the second expansion comes out, will they give the first one away? It's too early to tell, who knows. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about all these changes, because they're fairly different changes. I mean, usually you have games going from pay to play to free to play, or pay to play to buy to play, because usually they're struggling as fuck. Whereas in this case, it doesn't seem to be the way. They're gearing up for an expansion launch, and they have a really different roundabout way of doing it. So let me know what you think about that entire system in the comment section below, as well as if you're familiar with any of the terminologies or anything that I did list earlier that I'm not familiar with and I asked people to list, just because it would be nice for me to know that as well. So let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you in the rest of the videos in my channel as I go back to bed, because this video was made in the middle of the night because I could not sleep from being shattered.